Porsche Sixt Carrera Cup Deutschland.
There will be lots of drama, that is for sure. The gloves are off.
Jetzt aber Attacke da vorne. Da musst du alles auf den Punkt bringen.
Oh my goodness!
Oh, da geht einer massiv fliegen.
What an amazing move!
Im schöneren Rennsport.
Dresden, the Porsche Center, and a very special surprise. Tickets for a motorsport weekend at the Sachsenring for an employee of the car dealership, a young workshop mechanic. The safety car provides the transportation to the racetrack to the Porsche Sixt Carrera Cup Deutschland. Saturday and Sunday, a weekend of pure motorsport.
War schon sehr interessant, auch mit den ganzen Autos und so, was alles.
So interesting with all the cars and to see what's different from normal GT3. The doors, everything lightweight, simply fascinating. An interesting weekend and a very pleasant surprise for the young mechanic. And with that, welcome to Eastern Germany, the location Hohenstein-Ernsthal to be exact. Sachsenring is the racetrack, a ride up and down on an asphalt roller coaster that forgives no slip-ups. Over 50,000 visitors were on site for 2 exciting championship races in the Porsche Sixt Carrera Cup Deutschland.
Geil, kann man nicht anders sagen.
Simply awesome. It's a lot of fun with so many fast corners. 10 left turns, 4 right turns, over blind bends and through cascading dips.
Yeah, I think the track layout is very cool. I mean, especially with the long left-handers. I really enjoy this track, and I think it's one of the best of the season.
Courage and precision are required here, and it's all counterclockwise.
Es geht vor allem links, links, dann links.
It's mainly left, left, and then left. It's a unique feeling, especially just before the last sector when you're zipping downhill at 200 kilometers an hour. It's a very special feeling. Welcome to the Sachsenring, to the 11th and 12th races of the current championship season, his homecoming race. Jonas Greif, 24 years young, from Coswig near Dresden. Jonas has been active in motorsports since 2010 and has been competing in the German Porsche Carrera Cup since 2022. At his very special race at the Sachsenring, you first have to locate him among his many guests. I'm very happy that we have a homecoming race this year. There are so many guests here. I organized 150 tickets myself. Many sponsors also got tickets. I'm expecting an incredible 300 guests today. His race car probably boasts the most sponsors. He looks after his advertising partners himself and is his own manager and marketing director. There are now 110 sponsors here from the region. I'm incredibly happy the sponsor family has grown so large. It's the result of over 12 years of work. This makes me proud to have the largest sponsor network in the field of drivers. I got to know Jonas as a young race driver who is extremely committed, but also warm and friendly. We hit it off right away, and I thought I'll look into that. Jonas came to me with a relatively large group of sponsors, a wonderful network we all benefit from. I was really impressed that he had done the acquisition himself. He approached me, and I just couldn't say no. Ambitious and determined, Jonas Greif wants to prove himself, give it his all, fulfill a lifelong dream with a professional racing career. His big goal is driving in the DTM. Let's keep our fingers crossed for him at his homecoming race weekend. It's the battle everyone was watching this weekend, the duel between two drivers who are tied on points, both holding 163 of them so far. One is a Frenchman and a Porsche junior. The other is Dutch and in his second season in the Porsche Sixt Carrera Cup Deutschland.
For sure he is fast and we are competing, but he's like the other as well, you know.
Yeah, no, for sure he's doing a good job, but the battle is on and the fight is hard, yeah.
The Sachsenring is uncharted territory for Guiretti. Aside from simulator training, he's only raced here in Formula 4 so far.
Yeah, first time here in Sachsenring. I know that this track is really challenging. We are ready to give it everything.
De Haan finished 8th and 15th here last year.
Might maybe not be my favorite layout, but still it's a cool track with fast corners.
Alessandro Guiretti is 23 years old, Robert De Haan 19. The two already tangled 2 weeks ago at the Nürburgring in a duel that was not without its challenges, but guaranteed thrilling competition. Who will be the faster, the better this time? Who will take over the lead?
The excitement and anticipation building as we get ready to say, let's go racing. Well, Sachsenring doing what he needs to do by closing that inside line straight away, banging that door shut. Gueretti then got to go all the way around the outside. But as the cars make their way through the downhill turn number 1, it's as we were. Trouble though for Joe Warhurst there, you can see on the right-hand side through the gravel. But mature driving from Joe, who keeps his foot in and is able to dig himself out of the gravel. He's not the only one in trouble. Ariel Levy spinning out of a potential podium place.
Me and Alessandro collided. The judges said that basically no one is at fault because we were both a bit at fault. My view is a bit different, so my race was basically ruined.
Well, safety car is out. That means a complete reset. Everyone can calm down and we bring you even better value because we're going to get another race start. As the cars come up the hill then, it's as we were with no changes at the front. Sachsenring ahead of Gueretti, then it is Kaz Havercourt and Robert de Haan. But it's not just those four that show the real skill of our great racers. Keanu Bloom proves his class. Look at that, bringing his car safely back onto the tarmac. And he will need every inch of that tarmac. Now, our unlucky man from the start, Joe Warhurst. He's fighting his way back into the points. Every single position here being battled for with everything that the drivers have got. Twice blue and white, followed by black and white, and then red and white. 4 wide into the Sachsenring. Whoa, make that almost 5 wide. Sasha Norden wanting to join into the battle and the fight as well. And an amazing one it is. Unless, of course, like Marvin here, you're having to watch from the sidelines.
First corner we had some contact and because of that I had the steering wheel on the right side and I lost the splitter because of the contact of the first corner. So yeah, I tried to continue but at the end that was impossible, so I went into the pit.
Now for our championship aspirant, Robert de Haan, it's all about hanging on. Basically, the road ahead is blocked today. 5th place, the level, the ceiling it seems. That's not what the Dutchman wanted, but what happens when you're pushing to the limit? You can see here, Michael Esman then having to take the long way around as a result of that, past meadows and fields and a few bemused photographers as well. When he reaches the paddock and the pit lane, unfortunately his race is over. Every step of which is recorded on camera, which somewhat adds to the disappointment.
It's unfortunate for the championship. I won't say all chances are gone, but 0 points is always disappointing.
Now the championship may be out of reach for these guys this year, but that doesn't stop them from putting on a phenomenal show here at the Sachsenring. It's Søren Spreng and Sebastian Fremuth who are our stars here. And it's right, left, outside, inside, try every which way you can, pull out all the stops, but in the end it is Fremuth who has the upper hand. Now, Robert de Haan versus Kaz Havercourt, perhaps the same story as always, one could argue a never-ending battle for today. And talking of never-ending battles, turn number 1 has been the scene of much of the action here. It's chaos right now as sparks will fly between Gianluca Tucaruglu and Ariel Levy. There was a touch between the two of them. Tucaruglu comes off worse. He, of course, locks up big time, and that's going to cost him more than just a place on the track.
I had a good start, but the front end locked up in the first corner in a duel with Ariel Levy. He pushed me a bit. That made things worse. With a lockup on the front right at the Sachsenring with its many left-hand corners, the tire grip is gone fairly quickly. Unfortunately, I had a puncture. The damage was too great to just change the tire and get back out there behind the safety car.
Let's go back to the battle between Kaz Havercourt and Robert de Haan. Robert de Haan then running wide here. Kaz Havercourt, is he going to be able to go through on the inside? Yes, he is. We see it live from the onboard. Robert de Haan losing out to Kaz Havercourt. What a brilliant move from Kaz then, as they accelerate on the start-finish straight now, heading in towards turn number 1. Kaz Havercourt, job done. And it's all being shook up in the Rookie Championship as well, as Sasha Norden here runs wide. Now that costs him valuable time, and of course, championship points. Who is the one that's able to cash in? Remember what I said about a mature drive earlier? Joe Warhurst, by keeping cool and just getting himself out of the gravel earlier when it looked like he'd thrown it all away, he can consider it's been a brilliant job done. And he is back right royally in the hunt for the rookie crown for 2025.
I felt really bummed. I thought I wouldn't get any points. In the end, it turned out I did. But yeah, it was very heavy at that moment. Yeah.
Up front, the two black and gold Cup Porsches are absolutely untouchable. That's a third double win for Team Schumacher CLRT and the third victory of the season for Saturday's superstar Flint Schuring. Celebrations are massive, both in the cockpit and, of course, on the pit wall as well.
Flint Schuring wins and receives the trophy from his brother.
Yeah, very special as we're both racing here in the DTM weekend. I didn't know he would give me the trophy, but a nice surprise.
I didn't tell him on purpose not to put any extra pressure, but I think it's a really nice moment.
A great moment from Saturday's race. Here are the results at a glance. Schuring ahead of Guiretti, followed by Van Eindhoven. The winner of Saturday's Pro-Am race at the Sachsenring is... That was a great race. I had a good start and could overtake a few right away. After the safety car, there was a huge gap to second place in the Pro-Am. So from then on, I was able to take home the Pro-Am victory. In the Pro-Am classification, Spreng finished ahead of Michael Schrei and Samer Shaheen. The overall result of race 1 on Saturday. Michael Esmond finished without any points. A look at the rookies. Britain's Joseph Warhurst wins here. Initially, he seemed quite frustrated.
Yeah, I was very frustrated, so I just had to reset after the safety car. I've always enjoyed kind of fights from the back of the pack, and luckily I got to have another one of those today.
Warhurst wins the rookie classification ahead of Ferreira and Norden. The Sachsenring and a date for the Pro-Am. The over 30 racers without a professional background take in some mental coaching between races. Skill exercises and reaction tests are the order of the day.
This is a wonderful initiative of Porsche, some mental training which I've never participated in before. Absolute privilege to be part of a series that puts the effort into all their drivers, not just the elite professional drivers, but aging Pro-Ams like me, just to help improve skills in whatever form. So very thankful for the opportunity.
Throwing and kicking a football at the same time. Not as easy as it sounds, but worth a try. We did some mental training here with Gernot. First, we tested everyone's reaction time. After we had the results, we warmed up, tried out various exercises, and did another reaction test at the end. The result? I managed to hit the button. It was okay. According to Gernot, the pros do it in around 300 milliseconds, and we were in the region of 400. Samer was really good. He was in the region of 350. It was good. Mental training in the Porsche Sixt Carrera Cup Deutschland. Training that brings new insights and from which everyone can benefit. This is an example of how the body and mind always work together. That means when I do something physically, it has an effect. Endurance revs up the whole system, including the brain. Blood circulation increases and coordination ensures that my mental faculties become more alert. Concentrating on this awakens the whole system. A performance boost for the Pro-Am for even better race results. Friday at the Sachsenring, the Porsche talents of the Porsche Sports Cup Deutschland are here. 5 young up-and-coming drivers from Porsche's entry-level series are guests at the fast-paced Carrera Cup.
Right now they're having a free practice. We are watching, we are studying, and we just want to take as much knowledge as we can from here.
2 days full of insights at the Porsche Sixt Carrera Cup Deutschland. Each young talent is assigned to a Carrera Cup team where they can look over their shoulders and learn. Everything's much bigger at the Carrera Cup. There are more opportunities here, and everything is a bit more professional. This weekend also offers insights into a very special area of the racetrack, on foot. Giuseppe, where are we going? To race control. The drivers can now see what race control usually sees during a race.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Very special insights, where, as a driver, you otherwise can't really witness.
Today we watched the qualifying of the Carrera Cup Deutschland in the race director's office, which is really interesting to see because that's normally a perspective we don't get to see, but it's very interesting on how they manage the track limits and guide the session for all the drivers, so that was really nice.
After that, the Porsche talents head to the broadcast vehicles for television and live streaming. Again, numerous monitors and lots of technology.
Really impressive. I didn't think it would be so many people. I walked in, I was like, what is this? Yeah, that was really cool to see.
The young, up-and-coming drivers visiting the Porsche Sixt Carrera Cup Deutschland. 5 drivers from Porsche's own talent pool.
Very perfect coordination between their teams, so do not do any mistakes on live stream. So I think it's pretty hard and stressful.
There's an incredible amount going on here live with a crew of some 100 people and 40 cameras. I want these young people to understand that these are the people who say, my goal for this weekend is to deliver an incredibly awesome TV show, just like they drive awesome races. That's what these gentlemen should get to know today. And here they are, all together, the 5 talents of the Porsche Sports Cup Deutschland and the young drivers of the Porsche Sixt Carrera Cup Deutschland. Just as the brand cups in Porsche's motorsport pyramid build on each other, our junior development programs, the talent pool program, build on each other too. That's why it's important to us to show the talent pool members of the Sports Cup what the next step is in the Carrera Cup so they can prepare for it. An interesting weekend for the young drivers from the Sports Cup. The talent pool of the Porsche Sports Cup Deutschland visited their colleagues this weekend from the talent pool in the Porsche Sixt Carrera Cup Deutschland here at the Sachsenring to show them what the next level in our program looks like. It gives them a glimpse at what a weekend like this is like in the older class. Discussions, insights, and exchanges. Tips from the talents who have already reached the next level, the Carrera Cup.
The talent
pool here is simply fantastic on both sides, and to experience that in combination and have the exchange is a wonderful thing. We're sure to see 1 or 2 of the young Sports Cup drivers in the Carrera Cup at a later date. The Sachsenring and another large group of visitors. We did something special this weekend. We invited the technicians from the Porsche centers in our sales territory in Germany to give our colleagues a taste of motorsport, the core of our brand, and get them hooked. Some 100 Porsche colleagues came for the motorsport weekend. We're here together from several different Porsche centers and a wide variety of departments, from HR to mechanics, workshop foremen, and parts service. A really diverse mix of people from different locations. It's nice to see such a diverse group of people at a racetrack. We had a pit walk, which is also exciting to see and be really close to the action. Later, when you're standing at the racetrack and one car starts, it really stirs up emotions. And then we watched the race. In Saturday's race, 27 Porsche 911 GT3 Cup cars once again provided that unique sound that gives spectators goosebumps. Race number 11 of this exciting season, and the nearly 100 Porsche Center visitors were right in the middle of it all. A truly unforgettable day. It's an opportunity to walk around, take it all in, talk to other manufacturers, and hear and see a little bit of everything. The highlight for me was standing in the pit lane or at the start, between the Porsche race cars, gazing at them, touching them. I've never experienced anything like it. Motorsport up close, the Fast One Make Cup as a destination for Porsche centers, and they get to experience another big highlight, a workshop at Manthey. There you can see how close our race cars are to the production vehicles. Exciting insights at Manthey. Earlier, we were right on the racetrack. I'm convinced you can take a lot with you that you can apply to customer vehicles tomorrow or the day after tomorrow. A big thank you to my colleagues. It's great to see you all here after what you do every day with the customers, supporting us in what can sometimes be really tough times. You do a fantastic job of making so many customers happy every day. A day at the Sachsenring, a very special event for Porsche centers. And another experience, this time only for women. A joint outing for the partners and relatives of the Porsche Sixt Carrera Cup drivers. On the agenda, a creative workshop, decorating porcelain yourself, handicrafts, or rather, works of art. Car ride was great, I enjoyed it. It was a cool route, lots of curves, now we're getting creative. I didn't think it would be so easy. A wonderful day of experiences away from the racetrack. Women's Day at the Porsche Sixt Carrera Cup Deutschland. With more time, you can probably be a little more creative, but it's fun. Just like the drive back to the Sachsenring, to the race on Sunday.
Hold on to your hats and any other loose clothing, because here comes race 2, as Robert de Haan indicates, right, and closes the door immediately. He absolutely made sure that P1 was going to be his going into turn number 1. And as we look on high, we can see the impeccable performance from all of our Carrera Cup drivers. Yes, 1 or 2 of them may manicure the grass just a little bit, but it is awesome racing. Now, Joe Warhurst taking on 4 of the target competition cars. Now, Joe Warhurst could have had an awful race yesterday. He turned it around and had a brilliant race. And you can see that his confidence is buoyed as he makes his way past Seifert there. And this is Keanu Bloom in the green and yellow car as he dives to the inside here. He gets past Tauscher and very nearly is able to do the same on Sasha Norden as well. Great driving.
I started from 14th and had an extremely good start, the best this season. I managed to quickly slip into 11th and was constantly battling with Tauscher and Norden first. One was in front and the other. It was a cool 3-way battle.
There was a super head-to-head clash between Michael Essmann and Jonas Grief, but of course when you're on the edge, mistakes can happen, and here comes a lock-up, which would not be great news for Michael Essmann, regrettably. And you can almost sense and feel his frustration as we hear from the disappointed driver.
I braked at the end of the starting line, and appropriately so. He drove into the back of me pretty hard. That caused me to lock up. I came out, veered off the line a bit, and Michael Schrei then passed me, resulting in him finishing first and me second.
Tough luck for Michael Essmann. But there's even tougher out there. Look at that, Robert de Haan. He controls the sliding car because he's got a flat tyre, and that could be a pivotal moment that could decide the race and maybe even the entire season. Frustration, disbelief, heartbreak, the victory all but looked guaranteed.
Just no words, really. Yeah, controlling the whole race, going into the last lap, and then just losing your tyre. It's tough.
And the drama hasn't finished as Sasha Norden has a weekend to forget. You can see that his rookie victory is blown to bits right now.
The weekend is already behind me, and the only thing I can do is prepare for the next one. The races are done, I don't have to go to the stewards, I go home, I go to bed, I wake up tomorrow, I go to the gym and I train in the simulator.
Well, while all around you are falling by the wayside, if you can take advantage as Alessandro Gueretti does, he sees the checkered flag, and that means he can bank a further 25 points to his championship score. The French driver capitalising and making good the luck that has been afforded to him, and it means he leaves rival Robert de Haan a massive 34 points behind in the title race.
For sure I got a little bit of luck, but it was my plan to try to come back stronger at the end of the race, because in the middle I know it was quite hard and I could find some pace before he got the issue. I was coming back onto him, but yeah, at the end it's a race win, perfect Sunday.
A look at the results of Sunday's race. Gueretti ahead of Saturday's winner Schuring, followed by Van Eindhoven. In the Pro-Am, Michael Schrei wins ahead of Michael Essmann and Ahmad Al-Shihab. It was a perfect weekend. Second place yesterday, first place today. It was really successful thanks to the team. It was lots of fun and also a small step in the right direction for the championship. The Pro-Am classification for race number 2 at the Sachsenring looks like this. What's missing is a look at the rookies.
I thought I was just going to finish rookie P2. Going on to the last lap, I saw Sasha, a little bit of white smoke coming from the front right-hand side, and then he turned in and it just went full white. I was like, all right, he's going straight. And yeah, I drove pretty careful for that last lap after that.
Britain's Warhurst wins Sunday's race in the rookie classification, ahead of Sasha Norden, whose laps are still being counted, and Matheus Ferreira. Let's take a look at the overall championship standings after the races at the Sachsenring. Porsche Junior Alessandro Ghiretti retains the lead ahead of Robert de Haan and Huub van Eindhoven. Now the teams travel to the Red Bull Ring in Austria, where the Porsche Sixt Carrera Cup Deutschland will gear up next. There are still 4 races left in the championship before the 2025 champion is decided.